From 𝐤𝐨𝐳𝐲 boss fight showcased in the Remnant 2 livestream event over 2 months ago, with his tentacles acting as ads, to the various enemy encounters we've witnessed in all of the gameplay footage they've shown so far. This game has some seriously intense enemy encounters. And it's not only the enemy encounters that make the combat so good, but it's also the environment that increases the difficulty even more. What's going on, y'all? It's 𝒉𝒆𝒍𝒑 from Identity, and in today's video, I want to explain to those who aren't familiar how dynamic these enemy encounters are. This is, however, what makes the combat so great. It's what separates Remnant 2 from so many other games. By the way, if you ever compare this to Outriders, then kick rocks, because you're sadly mistaken if you do. Now let's get into this. Okay, Remnant from the Ashes back in the day featured a dynamic enemy generation system, resulting in enemy spawns and locations varying across repeated playthroughs to mini bosses randomly generated in biomes. This made it so that you never have the same experience twice. I've always been an advocate of stuff like this in PvE focused games specifically, because it's very hard to make a game that doesn't get boring when it doesn't have PvP. So I'm sure this is something that they'll continue on and will be in Remnant 2, and it's only one aspect that surrounds the enemy encounter experience that I'm referring to. When I talk about enemy encounters, this is a variety of scenarios that make it both difficult and exciting. Not only do you have to worry about the enemy in this case, you have to worry about yourself as well. Stamina, in particular, in Remnant 2 plays a huge part now, because out of combat, we're given infinite stamina, so subsequently, while in combat, naturally, you'll think you still have that infinite stamina, but you don't. You'll sometimes think you have that one last dodge roll, the one that will save you, but you don't. Or just having basic mobility, stamina still plays a part. So stamina awareness and management are very important, which also means that those type of items, like runes and rings, will be very appealing for some who like to be more mobile than others. There are also environmental hazards that affect the combat experience. Here's a huge one: water. Yes, this severely affects battles, especially during boss fights. You can't dodge roll in water, just a failed attempt to dodge. The physics feel real. Just look here, when Admiral Beru was fighting 𝐤𝐳𝐲, the water literally is what got him killed on more than one occasion. The iframes are very brief also when dodge rolling, even when out of the water. So just in general, everything that happens while fighting makes it a fight for survival. And I didn't even talk about being over encumbered yet. Speaking of which, I really hope that they bring back the bright steel ring. This one is what gave the wearer the fastest evade roll regardless of their armor encumbrance. This, I think, will help a lot, being that stamina will be more of an importance in Remnant 2. One unique aspect that I really thought was pretty cool about a certain type of enemy was these guys right here, that when you shoot off their body parts, in particular their legs, they still come at you crawling while swinging their tentacles from a long distance. And this is what I mean, stuff like that you just don't expect. They go all out when it comes to the enemy engagements in Remnant 2. So when I'm talking about combat in reference to the enemy encounters, it's not just one aspect that makes it great. All of these elements together are what create this whole experience. It's multi-dimensional. So many scenarios can get you killed, and I think that so many development teams for other games don't really care to pay that much attention to detail when it comes to stuff like this. And that's really what matters, honestly. Sometimes when I play games, I just test things out that people won't even expect, like can I open this door? Can I do this with the weapon? Can I do that? Just small things that I think that you should be able to do that they just don't do, because they're like, okay, that doesn't matter, but it really does. Anyways, this was a quick video. I didn't want to go into too much detail. Just wanted to highlight this aspect in case you weren't aware. So many people in the comment sections of my videos don't know about this game, and so many more are stoked about it. Well, here's my 2 cents to the community of gamers looking for something new to dive into. Remnant 2 definitely gets my stamp of approval and more. I cannot wait to go all in. So that'll do it for this one. If you enjoyed this thing, I'd appreciate a like on the video. Also subscribe if you're new here. I'll see you in my next video. Be right out.